Entering Accessibility tab menu narration option is set to off is selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to the servers.
Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. The Wolverines' offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Bryce Underwood. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory.
How much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? It was so special a year ago. And, David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a different level early this season and certainly looking to continue that today.
And that's why this team's doing a lot of winning. And he's doing a lot of performing. Like, he's coming out the gates really, really strong. Got his team in position early on. Listen, you got to start fast. Then you get to the middle of the season. Impressed by the way he started this season.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the...
Throws it deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out, and he's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate. But he throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a lot. Snags it, and there's running room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Caught behind the line. It's Gresham. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple points.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Breaks into the open. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, I think they're going to look back on this one, guys, just with frustration, just an opportunity missed. Your defense did the best thing they could do. Starting a game, forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
On the ground, it's Marshall. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Swapped immediately.
And how about this freshman getting involved again, man? This is the guy that we talked about in the meetings coming into this game. To see a freshman flying around, getting in the backfield, making those tackles for losses. Could he do it again? Can he continue to grow up? Palmer, this dude looks like he's going to be a problem despite his age.
For years to come, too. And the coaches told us leading into this one, we're just not used to freshmen having the kind of football IQ that this kid has. He just has a feel for the game. You saw that the last time out. You're seeing it again here early. He can dissect things. He does such a good job reading the blocking schemes in front and knows where to fit. It's really remarkable to see how he plays beyond his age.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Quarterback signaling to his guy. And they go play action, Bryce Underwood. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Just gets rid of that one.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds the tight end. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down?
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
Again, it's Underwood. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him out. The pocket, nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football. And this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting, keep chasing. They finally catch him, get the big sack on 4th down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking for a big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking downfield, it's Hubbard. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Underwood rushes on. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Back to pass, it's Hubbard. Fires to the middle. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own team. He'll try to take it back. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might as well run him again. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Making the adjustment. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. showing the arm strength down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Turns up, it's fair. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The give on the counter. Nowhere to go. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Ducks line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing, Underwood. Escapes the pressure going right. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. He's changing the play. Drops back. It's Underwood. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. And he avoids the sack.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Underwood to throw. Got the back over the middle. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll send the back in motion. Play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. To the air, it's Hubbard. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Right side, it's Marsh. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Snags it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Foster. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it.
Looking for a deep man. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Stepping to the right. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Underwood. Rush right in his face. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Quarterback Keith didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Hubbard. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a 2-possession lead might feel insurmountable. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Left side is Foster. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
You know, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. Turns it upfield. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Changing the routes with his receiver. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Reels it in. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Touchdown, Michigan! The offense cashing it in on that drive. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Knocked down immediately.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's gonna fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Edwards. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Making the adjustment on the play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans there.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Leaves it in his belly. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. They'll run him again. Just smothered on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This is a designed run. Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Finds his man. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Here's Underwood to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball. 100%.
Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Grab behind the line. It's Dawn. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
And who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground with the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Hubbard. Look out! And down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Caught at the 25. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield, it's Foster. Here's a little room there. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Again, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of